So in January of 2018, I bought the first car that I ever personally got off a lot. Was a 2016 Mitsubishi Lancer. It's my favorite car that I've ever owned, even including the current one that I have now. The week I got it, I came out to Chicago. I came to see my dad. I'm driving in Chicago. I'm going down 39th Street or Pershing, and I'm at Pershing and Archer. And Archer is an intersection in between another intersection. So it's a 6-way stoplight. All right. As I'm right there, I'm driving towards my dad's house. The light changes, and this dude sideswipes me, put a big dent right in the right front quarter panel. I'm like, oh my God. I haven't even had the car a full week yet. And I ended up getting a buddy to kind of clean it up. And I was just like, whatever. I'm perfectly fine. All right. On 420 in 2023, at that same exact intersection, I'm out here driving to my dad's house. And I'm in the right lane, which goes straight, and then the left lane is the turn lane. As I'm about to drive through that intersection, the person in the left lane comes in, smacks into me, breaks my left front wheel loose, shatters the whole front end, and then takes off. It's a hit and run. Cops come, they get everything, I get all the information, whatever. Tow truck comes to pick it up. On the way to the tow yard, the tow truck destroys the car even more, and then they back it into another totaled vehicle. At that point, after the insurance company sees all that, they're like, your vehicle's a total loss. They're like, at that point where there's no reason in us even fixing it, we're just going to pay you out. It's like, all right, that's fine. So I start looking around for what kind of car I want. I decided on a Subaru. I start looking at all the dealers in the area, and there's one local dealer in my area in Northwest Indiana that I hear a lot of bad things about, but they have a car I want. Price isn't that bad. So 2020 Subaru hatchback Impreza. It's like, I already had an all-wheel drive car. Go get another one. I go over there. I meet the guy. I think his name was like Wesley or something like that. Talking to him and whatnot, and he kind of gets all the information. And he's like, well, how much do you make? Tell him about $2,500. He's like, all right, $2,500 a month. He's like, that's not bad. He's like, we should be able to get you approved on that. And then he takes a bunch of stuff. He goes over to his manager. He comes back, and he's like, hey, man, I had to do a little bit of switching around. He's like, could you do me a favor and sign this piece of paper real quick? He's like, just a formality and all that. Sign it, whatever. Give him the paperwork. They get me approved. I get a chance to leave the lot. Later on, my ex was with me during that. She said, he said that you made $3,500 a month. It's like, I didn't realize that. It's like, I was trying to handle my kids. I was out of it. Later on, I'm talking to a buddy, and he's like, yeah, you know it's fraud, right? It's like, is it? He said, yeah, that's bank fraud. It's like, he filled out documents fraudulently, submitted them to multiple institutions to get you a bank loan. It's like, that's fraud. It's like, okay. Later on, I ended up calling up the dealership, and they were like, well, whether we committed fraud or not, that has nothing to do with this situation. They were like, the fact of the matter is that if we did commit fraud, you signed the paperwork willingly, which means that you knew that we were committing fraud, or you knew that something was happening. It's like, I had no idea. He slid the paperwork across to me and said this. That next week, they asked my ex if she wanted to come see a brand new WRX. She's like, yeah, I definitely want to go see a WRX. And it was the same guy that called me in. And while she was there, I had her on the phone, and I was like, hey, man, it's like, you guys are literally down there doing the same thing to her that you did to me with fraud. At that point, they had went and got their sales manager, marked down that car as much as possible, and then added a bunch of stuff onto it to get her the car almost at list price. Another sales manager comes in. He says, "Who do you know? What did you do?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" So like, I've been here for 10 years and I've never seen them give somebody as much of a sweetheart deal as they're giving you right now. She's like, "Oh, we just bonded over comic books or something like that." She didn't tell him, but they went out of their way to make her happy because I called them out for committing fraud on my car. Shortly after, me and her broke up, and I've been fighting my way, trying to pay this car off as fast as possible because when I got it, it was well out of my price range. And the guy should have just straight up told me that. I would have went somewhere else and I would have gotten something cheaper. I would have got something cheaper when I went there originally. They had a cheaper model, but they said somebody else was looking at it. He talked me into this one and then committed fraud to get it to me.